Hi, I'm Donna Davis. I'm here with the one and only Richard Cole, who knows all about birds. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is going to be an interesting show today.
It's going to be a great show. So tell us a little bit about what we're going to see today.
Well, today we're going to announce the semifinalists for our wonderful calendars. And we've been doing this for a few years. We got started with, so let's put out a really nice bird calendar with pictures from our audience, from our customers who buy Coles. And it's been going on for a while now, and it's been a huge hit.
It certainly has. We had more entries, I think, than ever. Because we have a lot of semifinalists today.
And there's a lot of great pictures from people who are really good at photography. Some are just okay, average at photography, and some of those people win. And it's just because they're all just great pictures of birds in the backyard feeding and stuff. And everybody likes these things. And so we're going to announce the semifinalists going into this year's calendar for 2024, if anybody can believe that.
And we're also going to announce the first, second, and third place winners, but we're going to save that to the end because we really want this to be interactive. We want you guys to have fun with us. Please share it out. If you have anything that you entered a picture, let us know that in the comments. Let us know where you are, where you're watching. Also, always, if you have a question for Richard, our resident birding expert, you can ask your questions as well. But you will have to stay tuned till the end to see who won. And again, please, and Kelly says, Kelly Logus, I hope I said your name right. She says hi and thank you. Thanks for joining us and saying hello. And please, like I said, if you know somebody who entered, tag them on the post so that they'll know to watch. And Marilyn Diaz says, so excited. I recognize that name. Marilyn has entered before in our contest. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then you also have a very special book to tell us about today, right?
Yes, I do. It's an autobiography that's recently been published. And we're proud of it, and it was something I decided to do a few years back, and for some strange reason.
And what's the name of it?
Distant Secrets, as opposed to being like Richard Cole's life or something like that. It's Distant Secrets. It has some more of a story and some surprises to it. So we'll be talking about that a little bit.
Yeah, we'll learn about why you wanted to write this book, a little bit about the process of writing it, and some of the things that you included in it. And your life has been anything but boring. I'll say that.
That's true. It has been interesting, yeah.
And you have really accomplished amazing things. Sherry Rosen says hi. She says she has 2 images in the running and that she's here in Kennesaw. So thank you. And Kelly Logus has a cardinal entered. And Kate Freeman says congratulations to them. So yeah, please be interactive. When you do see one of your friends or even a photograph that you really like, please let us know. That's part of the fun of creating this Coles community. And like I said, we'd love it if you share out the broadcast on your Facebook page. Let your friends know, hey, I entered this contest, and you'll be able to see my picture, or hopefully you'll be able to see my picture in today's show. So,
and good luck to everybody who's entered.
Yeah, good luck, and thank you for watching, and I really appreciate all of you who have let us know that you're watching and made comments. So be sure to keep all this interactive. So are you ready to get started on the semifinalists?
Let's go. We're ready.
So our director, Alex Mitchell, is going to put up a picture of all of our 50 semifinalists. This is from Annette Freeman.
Nice.
I love those type of pictures that look like they could go in October. This is from Brandy Doolittle. Another picture by Brandy Doolittle. She has some beautiful birds right there, doesn't she? And still another one from Brandy Doolittle. And some nice bluebirds here that are from Berlin, Poland. Is this Red-Headed Woodpecker?
Yes.
By Berlin, Poland, again. And Carol Cowden with a hummingbird. Such a nice way to show the seasons with hummingbirds,
and showing the tail spot's really nice, yeah.
Yeah, and this is Jan Addison with her picture of a cardinal. Another one by Jan. I love that, mid-eating.
I think the other one may have been a tanager.
Oh, okay.
and you know, they're all red.
Yeah.
And you see them up in the trees. A lot of tanagers get missed because of that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And so we have Jay Potluck, and he's taking this in the middle of a snack. And Jean Davis with a couple of bluebirds. Is that one that's a baby?
Yes.
Richard?
Yes.
Very cute.
And they don't get their regular colors till after they start their molt later. Yeah.
And Up Close and Personal with this bluebird by Jenny Shaw. And so
another blue bird.
Yes, it is, by Jenny Shaw. And Jessica Kemper. Or is it Kemper? I'm sorry. It's Kemper. I'm sorry. Jessica Kemper with this beautiful bird. And another one by Jessica. And still a little hummer sitting on its nest. And Karen Theodoro. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but...
Karen Theodore.
Yeah. And still one more. You know her, right? Do you
yes,
know her?
I do.
Okay. And then having a little snack there. And how about this? You want to say that Diamantopolis? I don't know. Kathy, congratulations on being there. And I hope that I didn't mess up your name. And another picture of, is that a little nuthatch?
Titmouse?
I'm not sure. Oh, titmouse, sorry. And Kelly Logus, who mentioned that she entered a cardinal. There's her picture. And again, you guys, please put your name in if you do have an entry or you have a comment about any of these. Nice. And then, I'm sorry, Alex, can we go back one? I kind of missed it because I was looking down at the comments and things. So Kelly Crone with a picture of what looks like a mourning dove. And Kenny Faye. I have seen Kenny Faye's pictures before. And we do appreciate those of you who enter your pictures year after year. And this is by Kimberly Fowler. And another picture by Kimberly Fowler. You know, this, I love the contrast. Usually cardinals to me are so pretty when there's a white background with the snow. But this one uses the flowers for the white background, and it's so nice. And still another one by Kimberly Fowler. And this is a particular, that bird I love. And Linda Robbins, oh, yeah, the plant and the color. Part of what we do love, you guys, is seeing all the seasons through these birds. And I think you can't tell the story of the seasons any more beautifully than through the birds. And especially, like, look at this, somebody feeding their young. That's a favorite of spring and summer. And Lydia Livy, this is her picture of a hummingbird. And we had a few pictures of hummingbirds from Lydia. Catching a mid-meal and mid-flight. And Marilyn Diaz, who, like I said earlier, we recognize her name from previous years.
I think that was a little snow in that picture, wasn't it?
And another one from Marilyn. And still one more. Oh, two more. How do you like this? This yellow with the yellow. I really like that.
It kind of blends.
Yeah.
It fades right into the bird.
And it shows how colorful the birds are. And this is another one that we have from Michelle McNeil. And again, from Michelle McNeil, just a little baby in the nest. And these catching a hummingbird mid-flight from Michelle McNeil.
Oh, yeah.
And then another hummingbird that really shows the season of summertime. And Cedar Waxwings, again by Michelle McNeil. And R. Alan Hicks sent us this one that made our semifinalists.
Wow.
And Renee Stokey with this one, what looks like wintertime with them.
Yes.
And another one by Renee Stokey. And still one more by Renee. And then Ron Foltz, he actually made our calendar cover last year in 2023. Oh, nice. Yeah. Sent us this picture, and then he actually did a Facebook Live with us giving tips on photography. And Ron has by day he has a full-time job that is demanding, but he is always posting pictures of birds, and I follow him now and love that I'm learning about nature for all kinds, not just birds. He does everything. And another one by Ron Foltz. He likes to capture them talking. Yeah. And so one more. And Sherry Rosen sent us this mid-flight bluebird picture. And again, Sherry Rosen with a mourning dove. And Tara Turner with this picture of a woodpecker. So great. Thank you all. Aren't they gorgeous?
They are. They are.
Wow. I would not have wanted to be the person that had to pick first, second, and third from all that.
That process is very difficult because there's so many good ones, and you have to narrow it down to a few. And many there are, that's only like 50 of them. And there's so many good pictures in there. Yeah. And you notice some people may have multiple pictures, so don't be afraid to send in more than one.
Yeah.
If you've got 2 or 3 pictures that you think are pretty good, send them in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And if you guys have any questions, if you wanted to ask about anything about the contest or anything about birds, again, please ask your questions. We really want it to be interactive. And of course, we'd also like for you to share out the broadcast and just let your comments be known here, right in the comments at Facebook Live. So thank you all for watching that. Again, at the end, we are going to announce our first, second, and third place winners.
That's a teaser, isn't it?
It certainly
Hang
is.
Around, folks.
Keeping you watching, giving you an opportunity to share, to tag somebody in the post so that they know they should stay tuned. So let's talk a little bit about your book.
Yeah, it's... It seems funny to say my book. It doesn't seem right to even say that.
You've just done it all in life. You started your own company, have become hugely successful with Kohl's, and now writing a book. It's amazing.
Yeah, well,
you don't sit still.
No. It was one of those things that I think you mentioned earlier. Several people said, "Well, why did you write a book?" Well, I'm not a writer. I've never written a book, and I'm not even really a reader. Somebody said, "Oh, you read a lot of books?" No, I don't. Not that many in my entire life. But I read a lot of short articles, mostly technical, mostly scientific type stuff. But to sit down and read novels and things, that's a rare event in my life. So it begs the question, well, why did I write a book?
Exactly.
Several people, after the company, Kohl's Wild Bird Products, and it became more and more popular, and at trade shows people would recognize us, and several people said, well, you came from nothing, and look what you've done. You should write a book. And, while I was flattered, it didn't register anything like, well, why would anybody want to read a book I wrote?
Why would they not want to read a book you wrote?
Yeah. And then as I got a little bit older, as I got a lot older, and I think you start thinking about your life and maybe trying to come up with a scorecard. Well, how have I done? Have I done okay? Am I missing anything? In the years I've got left, is something I want to do? Where am I? And so I started thinking about that, and then the idea of a book came back and started kind of haunting me in the background, And finally I said, well, that would be a really interesting thing to try to do. Mm-hmm. It would let me do a scorecard on how I've done in life, if anything. And also it would be a personal challenge to overcome some problems I've had visually to see if I could actually write a book and how much of a problem it would be. So I started the task, I think about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And, you spend a lot of time. The process was extremely interesting to me. I just started reading about how to go about it. Since I haven't done it, I didn't just start writing because I didn't know where I was going with it. So I read about the different types of books and what I wanted to do. And then the process started, well, you got to have the information. If you're going to write about yourself, at least I could find most of the information. I didn't have to go to the library. So I started gathering old documents and little things like, well, when did I do what? Where did I live when? Et cetera, et cetera. So that took a long time, and that was fun. it's like cleaning out your old desk and your old files and your old pictures and saying, what's it all about? You know, what have I got here? And that was maybe 6 months or more, just organizing and making notes about little things. And then I started saying, well, what do I want to talk about? Yeah, a life is a long, long time till you get older, then it seems so short. But it's like, well, what makes sense to write about? What's interesting and what may be interesting to other people? So I just cataloged those down and then started building up the information for each one of those little groups, chapters as they were, but they kind of turned into be chapters. And then you start the writing process. And that took a while. I got pretty much all the way through it, and then I had somebody edit it for me. And
that's so important, yeah.
It is, because I mean, what sounds good to me or what I think is interesting may not be to everybody. So they came back with some great comments about, you really don't need to talk about this, this, or this. This other thing was really good, emphasize that. And I read those suggestions, went back and modified everything and got it about ready. And then as the book was almost finished again, I think I was on chapter probably 19, and it ended up with 23. Then the story as it was got me all the way through 4 years ago. And about the time I was writing it and getting ready to finish it up, a whole part of my life changed.
I know, big time.
It was like, well, what do I do now? A major thing changed. And I'll just say it was a big secret that I was an adopted child. And I had been found in downtown Atlanta in 1944. I had been abandoned. So I grew up knowing that. I knew I was adopted. Wonderful people raised me. I call them mom and dad. They'll always be mom and dad. And they were older, so they didn't survive into my later years. But suddenly I was confronted with the fact that, I found out where I came from. So that's in the book. And that's what I had to go back and change a bunch of chapters, because the things I said, well, I'll never know. All of a sudden, I did know.
I know. And such an exciting part of your life.
And it made an interesting change at the end.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So.
And so Richard's book, we did get a note during all of that. Kate Freeman says, just clicked on the Amazon and Barnes & Noble link, and although it takes you to the website, it doesn't take you directly to the book. It would be great if it did. So what we did was just to Google Distant Secrets by Richard Cole, Barnes & Noble, like to put all that in, or Distant Secrets by Richard Cole, Amazon.com. So, try that.
There we go.
It should get you directly here to this link. The link is super long, but if you can put that into a Google search, you should get here to Distant Secrets.
Yes.
And very reasonably priced for this amazing book about the man who started Kohl's and literally started it out of his garage. And I do want to read some of the comments real quick. So Michelle Cooper McNeil says, beautiful photos, love them all. And I absolutely have to agree. And Sherry Rosen says, hard to do seasons in Georgia. It is, but we're a little bit. Maybe you could go on vacation and get some pictures. Anyway, so beautiful pictures from Sherry Rosen.
Oh,
that's
great.
For sure. Yeah. So anyway, you can get it. Did we show both Amazon and Barnes & Noble?
And
we did.
It's available
so
in hardcover, the paperback, and the Kindle version is out there. And I think it's like maybe $2.99 for that.
Yeah.
$14 something for the paperback and the hardback. I think it's $21.99.
Yeah.
$21.95.
It's a life rich in experience and courage.
Yeah, I like to think I'm a fairly private person. I kind of like to hide the background. And this is an abrupt change.
Right, it is.
And because I wrote about a lot of very personal things.
Right.
And private things and things that meant a lot to me. So, but it wasn't like I was showing it to everybody. I was writing it and then putting it in a book on my computer, so nobody's seeing it.
Yeah.
Then you get down to the point, well, is this a book? Am I going to put it out there? And I did. And I was happy with myself for doing it.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think it takes guts to do that.
It did. It was a lot more work than I thought it would be because, I mean, people who write really excellent books, they have an immense amount of talent. I just had to do a lot of hard work. It just didn't come easy. But it was I recommend something like this for everybody. I mean, as you get a little bit older, I mean, if you're 25 years old, maybe not. But when you get, past 70 or something, sit down and just go back and just make notes of all the things you've done, and the good and bad. I have several bad things in the book, things that have happened to me that weren't pleasant, but in the overall scheme of things, they're important to me.
Yeah.
And they were very memorable.
Usually you learn from them.
And
right?
you really learn a lot from them.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I would trade any of those experiences in.
Yeah, exactly. I think everyone should feel that way about it. Yeah. It is the tough things that you go through that sort of help you deal with things as you go, and sometimes make you even more appreciative of when those things aren't happening anymore.
It's very true.
When your life gets better.
It's very true.
So let's now, are you ready? You want to announce the winners?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, are you guys ready?
I can't wait, actually.
I know. I'm excited about it. We've got 3 shares, and I'm so happy that you guys have shared. So thank you very much. And without further ado, let's announce the first place winner. Congratulations, Sherry Rosen, your Eastern Bluebird.
Yep.
Yeah, this one, I think it's so difficult to get that just beautiful, crystal clear stop motion like this. And Sherry, you did show the seasons with this one. This one's got to be a beautiful spring or summer. I would think. Let us know when you took this. Yeah. But what a gorgeous photograph.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And now, second place, congratulations, goes to Annette Freeman for this Eastern Towhee. And that is beautiful. Love the eye on it.
They're such handsome birds, too.
Yeah.
And I like that bird. That's a good shot.
I don't think Annette is watching. She hasn't said anything if she is, or I've missed the comment. But, okay, so congratulations to Annette Freeman for this beautiful Eastern Towhee.
And
Kay Freeman, that is you. Oh, good. Good. I'm so glad you're watching. Congratulations. And third place goes to Kelly Logus. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. This female northern cardinal.
Yes.
And this is so pretty. I love that the pink background just goes so beautifully with the female's colors. And when I first started working with Coles, I didn't pay that much attention to birds before I started working with Coles, and now I pay a lot of attention. I used to always have this idea that the males were more beautiful. Yeah. I just, the male cardinal and the male bluebird, because their colors are more stunning. Yeah. But, oh, my gosh, I think these female cardinals are just beautiful. And I love the pictures that we get of the female cardinals. They are so pretty. It's just a different kind of color, but it's still beautiful.
It's understated, but very nice.
Yeah. So congratulations to all of you. Alex, do we have what the first, second, and third place prize winners are going to get? Do we have those prizes? Over a $350 value. Look at all that. So the new Tubezilla, you're going to love that. And then, of course, the hot products that allow you to try that. And the Titan tray, you have that, right?
Oh,
Titan
yes.
Tray?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Tubezilla.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those are great. And then, of course, you get the new hummingbird feeder as well as the hummingbird food. So great prizes.
I have several of the hummingbird feeders. I absolutely love those. I've traded in all other brand feeders for the Coles because it's just so easy to clean and it works so well. The birds love it.
Good. And so we want to leave you with a slideshow showing all of those beautiful 50 semifinalists. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for entering those gorgeous photographs. And we hope you've enjoyed it today.
Absolutely.
Have you enjoyed it?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And pick up Richard's book. Don't forget, Distant Secrets. I love even the name of that.
Pick up several of them.
Hand them out as, Christmas gifts, right?
Yeah. Buy 5 or 6. It's okay. Hello, this is Richard Cole. I want to thank each of you for watching, and I want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to share it.